Ready? Okay. Come over here. Stand right here. Alright guys, so lock your feet into place. Get those feet nice and hip width distance. Make sure they're pointed straight forward. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my shoulders down and back, get nice and tall as I pull my shoulders down, go away from my ears, and then go ahead and just tuck that pelvis underneath. We're gonna start with neck circle, so I'm going exhale into one side, inhale, transition, exhale into the other side. And I'm looking to keep my fingers reaching towards the ground. I'm just going left to right, really filling up those lungs. I'm really exhaling into that shoulder. Inhale, exhale, breathe, inhale, exhale, bringing it back up to the top. Let's go ahead and look over our shoulders. So I'm gonna take an inhale at the center, and then looking back behind me without my shoulders moving. Inhale, center, exhale, the way. Inhale, exhale. One more each side. Inhale, really reach, push that cheekbone back behind you, looking for that stretch. And then opposite side. Perfect. Now let's go chin to chest, and then ear to shoulder, chin to ceiling, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. So I want to make a big circle. Slowly, just like Vivi's making a circle around me. Inhale as I look up, exhale, coming down, exhale, exhale, into any tension. And then change directions. Inhale up and back, exhale down and forward. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Perfect. Shake it off, shake it off. So let's get the chest real quick. Let's get the chest. So I want my chest to go forward and back. So I'm gonna keep my hips locked in. Let's go ahead and lock these hips in. And I want to go ahead and cave my chest in here, and then push forward. So I want to cave in between, looking for the middle of my shoulder blades here as I throw my chest out, squeeze my shoulder blades together, make sure my back doesn't arch. So keep it tucked in. Inhale forward, exhale, cave it in. If you're at your desk, you can do these at your desk. Inhale, open, exhale. All right, next one. Let's do a nice side bend. So I'm gonna go up and over as I reach, reaching up, and switch. Reaching up and over, reach this other one down and out, and just keep going. You got it? Let me see it, Vivi. Show me. Going up, and stretch. One more. Stretch. Perfect. All right, next one, guys. Let's add rotation here. So I'm gonna rotate and reach. Pull that bow and arrow, reaching back. Nice, good rotation. Making sure those hips don't go along for the ride. I want to keep them square to the front. Nice, good rotation. Nice, good bow and arrows. Reach that arm back. Keep your eyes on your fingertips. Try not to shrug those shoulders. Keep those shoulders packed down. Keeping that chest up, nice and tall through my crown. Ready? Let's go. Rotate, but now I'm going to add the shoulder circle. So I'm going to rotate at the shoulder, rotate that thumb out. Try not to open up at the hip. So inhale up and then palm out and thumb down. And just keep it going. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Rotate out. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one on each side. One more, Vivi. One more. Perfect. All right, now let's shrug at the shoulders. So we got a little bit open at the shoulders. I want to kind of lead into shoulders and neck here. So I'm going to shrug up on the inhale and then pull down, down, down on the exhale. Pulling up on the inhale, shrug the shoulders, Vivi, and then pull down. Inhale, breathe in as you pull up, exhale, reach down. Inhale up, exhale, reach down. All right, active up, last one. Active pull, down, all right? So now this next one, we're gonna go shoulder height with our arms now. Now I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades and pull them forward. So my arms stay where they're at. Try not to bend. There's a lot of tendency to bend at the elbow as I pull back. There's no pulling or no bending at the arm. I'm just squeezing my shoulder blades together and pulling them forward. Keeping the chin tucked, keeping that lower body stable. Try to go forward and back. You can make a tight fist if you want to. I like to create a tight fist, get tension down the line. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go up with it. Forward, down, and back. You can make these as fluid as you want to. You can go as slow as you need to really feel out that full range of motion. 3, 2, and change directions. Big shoulder rolls, big shoulder circles here. 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the arms and just roll forward with it. Roll forward with it. You got it? You're going to go to a pull. Rolling forward with it. And then switch it going back. Roll those shoulders up and back. Keep that chest proud. Keep those feet locked into the mat. Nice solid base beneath you. And then roll forward one more time. And then let's go back. Last time. All right, perfect. Okay, let's go palms up. Let's go back to shoulder height with palms up. I'm gonna pull to the rib cage and then swim my hands through, back, and around. You got that, Vivi? Elbows to the rib cage, and then thread my hands through, reach back behind me, and around. All right, try it. Let me see it. Go back and around. Inhale. Exhale, reach all the way around. 2 more, Vivi, 2 more. Perfect. Now let's get the wrist here. Let's pull up at the wrist, pull down. Dia's inside. You want to go inside? You sure? Okay. Up with the wrist. Yeah, she's just watching. She watches me all the time. Up and down, really trying to open up. And now let's go side to side, pulling the wrists open and pulling them together. So I'm initiating the movement from my wrist. I'm not really letting my arms bend or really pull from my elbows. I'm pulling from the wrist. See if I can get some range of motion here. So now let's keep those nice and tight. I'm still going up and down, side to side, but now I'm connecting all 4 of those pieces together. Going real tight with these fists here. Keeping my knuckles facing forward and my palms facing down. Just trying to open up here. Let's go the other direction. Breathe. For me, I'm really tight in my hands, so my forearms will start to fire off here with these usually. Alright, now let's intertwine those fingers. We're nice and easy at the wrist now with these. Breathe into it. Keep it nice and tight. Really grip those fingers over those knuckles and then change directions with those circles here. Breathing into those wrists. If you guys are typing a lot, if you write a lot, even when you are on your bike, you're having to grip a lot, so we want to kind of target a little bit of everything down the line here. All right, let's go elbows. So I'm going to keep my elbows tucked into my rib cage, shoulders down and back. I'm going to pull my wrist up, pull my wrist up towards my shoulders, And then push my knuckles out, 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 and around. So go ahead and pull the knuckles up. Keep the pinkies, squeeze into the palms, and then push, push, push. Squeeze that back, and pull it around. So knuckles up, palms out, knuckles back, and around. Keep it going at your own pace. Start to open up. See if you can feel any tension coming up line. But I do want to squeeze my back, squeeze my upper back, keeping my chin tucked. Keep it going, guys. Give me 1 sec here. Alright. Last one, last one. Alright, now let's bring it up shoulder height. So my elbows are on the shelf almost. And same thing, I'm just going to cross over and then bring those knuckles out and around. Cross over, out and around. Alright, let's do 2 more. 1, breathe into it, and 2. Alright, cool. Let's go 1 at a time on these, 1 at a time. I'm gonna go palm up as I twist, 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 twist. Go palm up the other way, and then unwind it. We're gonna stay on that same side. So inhale, exhale, twist, roll that shoulder down and in, and just keep going. This one you can make a tight fist if you want to. Let's do 1 more. Perfect. Shake it off. Same thing other side. Let's go palm up here. Rotate in and down. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Feel out that stretch. Just rotate in and out. Looking away for a possible neck stretch as I look away. Looking for a spiral effect from my shoulders, elbows, into my wrist. Let's do the last one here. Perfect, perfect. Alright guys, before we move on here, let's go ahead and hug my shoulder blades. And this is probably one of my favorites. I do this one in a chair as well too if I need to just get a quick rest. So hips stay locked in. Don't let the hips unlock. So when I say unlock, I just want to tuck my pelvis underneath. Don't let them come back. Alright, so pull it under, hug the shoulder blades. I'm going to tuck my chin and roll down. I should be able to feel that mid back. And then I'm going to come out to my side. Going to let my head hang back. Protect the low back by engaging the glutes. Excuse me. Out the other side. And around. So create a full circle. Keep those hands hugging the shoulder blades. I'm just going to rotate. Smoothing out that circle. Keep my hips active, keep my feet active, and then go ahead and change directions. We're going 3 one way, 3 the other. Nick, when you're on that bike, man, there's a lot of can be a lot of upper body tension sometimes. Finish out your last one and relax. Cool, cool, cool. Let's intertwine the fingers back behind you. And the only reason why I'm turning to the side so you guys can see me, you don't have to turn to the side. Alright, so now last one. Let's do 1 more neck circle. 1 more ear to shoulder, chin to chest. This changes the dynamics here when I have my hands behind my back. And again, I want to grip over the knuckles with my fingertips. We're going 3 neck circles 1 way, and then 3 the other way. Go ahead and change directions. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, perfect. Alright guys, I got 2 more drills for you for the upper body here. And I'll turn around for this one. So I'm going to go out, lock my feet in. I'm going to aim for shoulder blade on the opposite side, on the bottom, shoulder blade on the top side, and just keep switching off. I want to make sure that when I bring my hand behind my head that my neck isn't tilting forward. I want to go ahead and push back, make sure my rib cage doesn't flare out, so keep it tucked in, stacking my joints here. and just going left to right. Depending on how flexible you are, you might be a little bit more, be able to reach on one side more than the other. So let's take note of what areas we need to improve on, what areas you might be stiff, and just look to open those up. If you work on these daily, man, I promise you, they'll start to warm up or start to open up a little bit more. Those ranges of motion you weren't able to get into before are now open, and then also we're also preventing further injury, preventing possible injury. All right, so there's that one. Cool. Next one, I'm gonna go behind the low back and over the head. So gentle with over the head. All right, and then I'm gonna switch. So I'm still behind the low back and then switching out. As you switch back and forth, I'm looking for the neck on the opposite side, and then this hand behind the back should be pressing into my low back. This is the last one. This should be an active stretch. So I want to spend time breathing, inhale, as I transition, exhale, as I gently pull and dropping this shoulder. So we're still looking for a deep neck stretch here. Let's do one more on each side. Perfect, perfect. All right, guys, let's get the hips now. Let's get the hips. So let's go ahead and bring both feet together. We're gonna do knee circles on these, knee circles. Usually we do these with our feet apart, but we're gonna change it up a little bit and go feet together. So this is gonna change it up. It's gonna require a little bit of balance. I might not be able to go all the way around with my knees, but I wanna go to my preferred range of motion. See how far out I can go, see how far forward I can go, while keeping my feet flat on the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Change directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now right here where we're at, we're gonna go, one is bending over the toe, the other one is straightening out. So I might even feel this in the hips a little bit, and the hamstring. So one knee forward, other one back, one knee forward, other one back. We think a choo-choo train, coming forward and back. Or what's that Beyonce move? The Beyonce dance? I think that's it. Back to front here, all right? So now let's walk those feet out a little bit further out. Now let's go no hands on this one. We did knee circles, we're going no hands. And I want to trace the outer edge of my foot. So let's go ahead and come to the outer edges, bringing my arches up. And then I will come forward onto my toes with my heels elevated. And then come to my arches, and then my heel. So we're going to trace the outer edge of our feet as we lead with the knees. So taking your time, see if you can find that balance. See if you can find the balance as I come forward onto my toes, and then onto my heels. Can you balance for at least a split second possibly? Let's go ahead and change directions. Now I'm pushing forward and out with my knees. Still looking for the balance. Keeping that core active, keeping that breath going. Keep that breath going. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, perfect, guys. Before we move back to the ankles here and the knees, let's just check in with our hips real quick. Let's kind of tilt forward and tuck under. Tilt forward and tuck under. For me, I have a little bit of stiffness on that low back there. So when I come up, I'm gonna exhale, inhale, as I draw my tailbone back, fill up the belly, tucking under. Just going back and forth. 3, 2. Let's do one more time here. And 1. All right. Now back stays flat. I'm just gonna hinge at the hips, but I'm gonna hinge at an angle. So I want to aim for the corner of the wall, corner of the room here, and then come up. It's almost like I'm gonna push into the back edge of my hip socket there. If I have the ball and socket joint, I'm gonna push into the back side. See if I can open up that range. Almost like scraping out the edges there. Back stays flat. A slight rotation at the upper body. As long as I'm not rounding out. Keep the chest proud, keep the shoulders down and back. And we're just hinging. All right. Cool. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and go staggered stance. I'm just gonna slide one foot back. We're gonna do our pelvic tilts from here. So tilt forward and tuck back under. Tilt forward and tuck back under. Might be slightly different because our feet, it's the same exercise, but our feet are split to a staggered stance. So I should be trying to really activate that back glute so I can feel that hip flexor fire off, and then tilt forward. So lock it in, into place, and then unlock. All right, go ahead and switch. Right foot comes up, left foot comes back, or vice versa, whatever you're starting with. Flat feet, soft knees, same thing. Tuck under, tilt forward. Tucking under, find that stretch, really active with it. Inhale and exhale into those hips, all the muscle tissue that connects our hips here. This is perfect. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, let's come back to a stable stance here. Let's bring feet together. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my right foot out. I'm gonna straighten out my leg, pull my toes in. As I swing it back, I'm gonna bring my heel to my butt to flex my hamstring. And so that way I don't arch my back and do this number. Let's go ahead and put our hands behind our low back. I'm gonna kick forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, switch it up. Other foot, protect the low back. Start at the top and then kick. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh. All right, next one. Let's go out again. Let's go back to the other foot. I'm gonna go out. You can release the hands out. All right, and back behind you. So we're doing a full leg circle. So I'm coming up, keep my leg locked out, keep my toes pointing forward, out, and back. Let's do 3 more. 3, hold that balance, try not to lean over, lean forward, stay tall. Let's do 1 more. Up and out, good. All right, now we're gonna go back, 5 repetitions here. I don't have to go too high. If I come too high, then I start to lean. All right, I just wanna go till I feel, kick that heel back and feel that glute, and then let's go ahead and bring it over. So 1, breathe, keep that core tight, find that balance. 2, 3, 4, breathe into those hips, and 5. Cool, shake it off. Same thing, other side. Set your feet in, feet together. Let's go up, out, and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 5, good, 5 in both directions. So I gotta kick back now, and then around. Keep that leg lock out, try not to bend that knee, keeping the toes pulled in. This is 3, 4, and 5. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's go back to the other leg. We need some good stability and mobility at the hips. So I'm gonna come up and out. My knee stays out. All right, all I'm gonna do is pull as high up as I can, and then drop. So I'm making like a 90-degree angle with my feet, but my chest is still pointing forward. So if you need to, use your hands out in front of you to keep your chest forward. Come up, 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 and back down. That's 2. Let's do 3 more. 3. Keep that knee pointing out. If you need to use the other arm to come to your elbow, let's do 1 more. Oh, switch it up. All right, come up with the knee and out, and then drop that foot. Look for that 90 degrees, and then go for it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go back to the other side. We're gonna add something onto that one. All right. So I'm gonna rotate here. We'll start here at this 90 degrees with my feet here. I'm gonna go up and then point my knee forward now. 5. Let's go for 5. Knee facing up and then knee facing forward. 3. Try not to rotate too much at the upper body. 2 and 1. Switch it out. Reset, other side. All right, let's start with that, your toes out. Let's find that 90 degrees. Same thing, coming up, and then go ahead and rotate out and pull back in. Rotate out and pull back in. So 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and twist it off real quick. I want to stretch the toes out, elevate the heel, twist into that low back, keeping the chest proud, letting my arms be loose. All right, perfect, perfect. Now let's kind of go out around with that same concept we were doing with the knee out, but now we're gonna go with the knee up. Let's go back to all the weight on my left leg, bringing my right up. All right, these are called egg beaters. These are called egg beaters. So I'm gonna go out with it. I'm gonna come in, back, and around. So 5 in one direction. This is 2. All the way around. 3, 4, and 5. Change directions. Find that balance. 2, all the way around. Kick the heel out. Pull the toes in. Last one. And relax. Beautiful. Other side. Feet together. Knee up. Let's go ahead and kick out, and then let's come in, back, out, and around. If you need to work on your right side or more than your left side, let's do so, or vice versa. Last 2. Keep the knee elevated, and then change directions. And relax. Perfect, perfect. Cool, cool. All right, last one I got for the hips here. Hacky sack drill. If you guys are familiar with any hacky sack, some hacky sack work, I'm gonna scoop in and pull up. All right, so I want to be able to hit my hacky sack nice and flat. Same thing on the other side. Let's go ahead and scoop out and come up. Let me see if I can get that flat edge of my foot here. We're doing 5 total. So this is 2, 3, 4. Exhale into any tension. That hip flexor, hip sockets right here, muscles right here at the hips might be causing some stiffness there. Let's go ahead and switch it up and breathe into those areas. Breathe into those areas. Scoop in, scoop up, scoop out, and pull up. Scooping up and out. This is 3. 4 and 5. Shake it off. Cool, cool. Reset. One of my favorite resets, spinal rolls. So at the top, I'm gonna inhale Open up that chest, open up those lungs, and then exhale. Slowly round my back out, tucking my chin and keeping it tucked as I exhale into this forward stretch. Nice good forward fold over my knees. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then knuckle drag left to right. See if I can fill out the lateral lines. Maybe the lateral part of my hamstrings there. Going one side to the other. Whenever you're ready, take an inhale at the bottom to fill up the belly. And then push your knees forward over your toes. And then your hips. And then your chest, keeping your chin tucked to the very end. Let's do one more of those. Inhale at the top. Open up that chest, open up the lungs, tuck the chin. Exhale, forward fold. Head is heavy, arms are loose, let the shoulder blades unlock off the rib cage. Pull yourself just a little bit deeper. Fill from the neck all the way to the mid back, even down the line to the low back. You could even do a little yes and no. Throw your head back, looking left to right, and then slowly over to the left foot. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and then slowly walk the fingertips over to your right foot. Bend your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Alright, so we're gonna go off that same thing. We're gonna go off that same thing here. So as I come down into that spinal roll, let me show you guys kind of what's happening. As I come down, as I start to come up, my knees are gonna go forward. So as I inhale, I'm just gonna drop into that low squat, bringing my hands as far forward as you need to so I can drop into that low squat. Alright, so this is going to be totally on your range of motion. You don't have to come down deep into the bottom there. What they say, ass to grass. You don't have to go all the way down if you need to. But I do want to start to train myself that when I'm here and I push my knees forward, I should just be able to drop my hips, posture up, and coming forward. You can come hands to prayer position if you want to from this front stance here. Find the range that you need to with your feet. If you need to rotate your toes out a little bit so you can sink in a little bit further, let's do so. But I'm starting here, and then I take an inhale, push my knees forward, and we're just doing 5 at your own. You can either come all the way out of it, or you can drop the hands and come back to reset. So the reset is totally on you. Take you wherever you want to. Complete your 5, and then we'll finish out here. Rolling into it. Drop the hips, push your knees forward as you gaze forward, keeping the chest up. Examine the feet, big toe, pinky toe, heel, nice and flat feet. Making sure my knees aren't buckling in. And then slowly reset. I have 2 more. Finish up your last 2 or wherever you're at. Push the knees forward and sink into the hips. Keep the chest proud and the shoulders down. One more. Perfect. From here, if you're in the bottom position, let's go ahead and come down to the ground, sitting on the butt there. We're gonna find a quick stretch here. So if my feet are out in front of me, they're shoulder distance, hip width distance. I'm going to bring my hands right behind my tailbone line. So if you can kind of see here, it's right here. I'm going to have them face forward. I can either spread my fingers or I can bring my fingers together. Totally up to you. I'm going to drive my hips up and my knees forward. So driving the hips up, knees forward. Try not to shrug the shoulders. If you can allow that head to hang back, that's cool. If not, let's go ahead and just keep that chin tucked. Find a stretch, active glutes, active core, and then bring it back down. Let's go for 5 repetitions on that one. 5 repetitions, hands behind, foot placement is stable, driving my hips up, driving my knees forward, pushing to the ground, trying to make that reverse tabletop position here. Examine yourself at this top position. Breathe and drop nice and slow with full control. We got 3 more repetitions here. Reset your breath, set your hands into place. Ready and up. Push into the ground with your hands and your feet. Drive those hips up, activate those glutes. Reverse tabletop position. We got one more. Hands behind the hips. Last one. Really find that stretch to the chest and the shoulders, but activate those glutes. Push into the ground. Last one. Drive the knees forward. Drive the hips up. Nice flat reverse tabletop position here. 3, 2, and 1. Perfecto. Alright. Perfect. Right here where we're at, we're going to come to a tabletop. So hands are coming out in front of me. Alright, this one of my favorite positions is the half kneeling position. So I'm on my knee, half of my leg is up, I'm not in a full lunge. So all I want to do is activate this back glute. I'm going to press that back toe into the ground and drive my hips under and forward. There's 2 motions on this. I'm going to straighten out and hinge. I want to straighten out that front leg and hinge, looking for the hamstring stretch, and then drive forward, looking for the stretch here. Nice active back or active glute. I'm not, try not to round the back up. Keep that hinge. We're just going front to back. Doing 5 repetitions. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, back to the tabletop position as I switch. Alright, coming forward, flatten out the back feet, drive and tuck those hips underneath, and then go ahead and hinge, looking for the stretch. Open up, inhale. Inhale, open, proud chest. Exhale, lean and hinge forward. Let's do 2 more. 3. Jesus, 2. Last one. Perfect. Let's go on that same leg. Let's keep that same leg. I was pointing it forward. Now I'm going to point it out. So if I have that 90 degrees, I'm pointing it out now. Now I'm just going to rock and lean into that same leg and rock back. Lean into it and come back forward. I'll switch it out here. 1, 2. See if I can open up at my groin, at the inner thighs here. Keeping that front foot flat and just driving my knee forward. Keeping that back one stable. Let's do 2 more. Inhale at the top, exhale as I jump into it. Cool. Every exhale, I should be looking to deepen that stretch. Deepen that stretch. 5 repetitions. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale forward, or to my side, forward over the toes with the knees. I feel like I can go deeper into my left than I can in my right. Let's do 1 more here. Perfect. Bringing the hands down. Bringing my knee back in. All right, now let's go back to that other side. All I'm going to do here now is reach up and over. So reach out, up, and behind my low back. For this one, I feel in my obliques. 5 repetitions. Knock them out. Give you a side view here. Flat back. Reach up and around to my low back. 2 more. And then switch. Tabletop position. Other leg. Same thing, other side. Flat back. Pull the shoulders down, away from the ears. Active on that back glute. Push into the mat. Open up that chest. Let's do one more. Perfect. Hands comes back down. While we're right around that, I'm gonna spread my fingers, tucking my toes under. I'm gonna push back into a downward dog. All right, and I'm just gonna. My knees don't have to lock out. I want to keep them bent just a little bit, so I can drive my tailbone up, and I'm still looking to press away, press my hands away, so I can get my hips high. All right. All I'm doing here is I'm gonna flex my hamstring. I'm gonna lift my knee and open up that hip, and then bring it back. All right, so push into the hands. Make sure I'm constantly pressing my hands away, heel to butt, knee open, open up that hip, find that stretch, and then bring it back in. We're doing 5 on each side, so 10 total. Really lengthen, really open up. This is 4. Let's go for 5. Open up. Push into the hands. Keep that back leg strong. 6. 7. 8. Push into the ground. Last 2. 9. And 10. Perfect. Bring those knees back down. Oh, wow. All you're going to do is just walk the hips back. Walk my hands out. Take 3 deep breaths. So fill up that belly on the inhale. And then exhale, collapse. Drop your shoulders and your chest. Inhale. Collapse. Let's do one more. Inhale. Deep exhale. Alright. Now I'm gonna slowly walk my hands over. And then we're gonna, if I walk over to the left side, my right is gonna be reaching a little bit further. You can come up on the toes tucked under if you want to. And I'm just gonna lean into that stretch as I open up my palms. So my palm starts to rotate, open, and we're doing 5. Let's go ahead and go for 2. Press that ear into the bicep. Really lengthen, see if you can reach a little bit further. 3, last 2, 4. Keep that arm extended out, don't let it touch the ground, and last 1. Perfect. Slowly back to center as I come to the other side. Reaching over, left hand's reaching across now. Same thing. Rotate open and back in. Rotate. Sorry about that. You know I like to finish out with some breathing. So back to standing, or you can stay seated on this one. We're gonna do 5-second box breathing. 5-second box breathing. So if you haven't done box breathing before, I'm gonna inhale for 5 seconds, and I'm gonna hold it for 5 seconds. I'm gonna exhale for 5 seconds, and then hold that for 5 seconds, and just keep it going. Inhale for 5, hold it for 5, exhale for 5, so on and so forth. All right.
So these should be slow breaths, slow 5 seconds. I like to stick with nasal breathing, but at the same time, I'm going to be cueing you guys and let you know when to hold it and so on and so forth. Alright, so ready, set yourself. You can close your eyes if you want to, completely relax. In 3, 2, and 1, inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. 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 Inhale. Now hold it for as long as you can. And whenever you feel that reflex to breathe, just let everything out. There's no time limit on this. This is your breathing. You feel it out. Completely relax. Just meditate. Slowly start to recover your breath. Let the shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Do a checkup from the ground up. So check those feet. Check the ankles and knees. Your calves, quads, knees, the hips a little bit, chest, mid-back, shoulders, elbows, wrist. And that is class, guys. Hope you guys feel great. Hope you guys got something out of it. Hope you learned some new techniques that you can start to apply on your own. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Everyone who's still there. Every Tuesday, Thursday, send in your requests. I do record these, and then I do put them up on my YouTube page, so if you guys ever want to check those out, you can. But you can also refer to the Facebook page, and they should be saved on our 365 YF page there. So, love you guys. Stay strong. Stay healthy. Survive the fight. Love ya.